Hi, and welcome back to Alex Designs. This is the channel where I try and teach you how to design Twitch graphics or just graphics in general. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to design a logo. So this should be able to be worked on any design platform as long as you can have transparency at least. So I'd recommend Pixlr if you don't have Adobe Illustrator, because Adobe Illustrator works with vector based software, so that means whatever scale it is, it doesn't get blurred basically. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is look for a Japanese letter or any letter in a different language or anything. So this is how I designed my logo. I looked up an A, and then I looked up my name, then I took the first letter of A and then I copy and paste it into Illustrator. Then I held Alt, wrong thing, and then just altered it, and then boom. Then I just dragged it up there. Then I went up here, grabbed the rectangle tool, and I just made it just about the right size that I want it to be, and then I just twisted it on its side. Then I grabbed Alt and then did another one, but this one's going to be trickier because you're going to have to just line it up perfectly, just perfectly, so there isn't really anything wrong with it. Then you hold Alt again here, then you go back here, and boom. But then you're going to click some arrows, or you can just move it slightly more. So now that's perfect. So now we have that little bit from here. The next thing we need to do is this little bit. So all we're going to do is hold Alt. Then we're going to twist it. Then now we have, we're going to just twist it slightly, a little bit more, not holding Shift to get the perfect. And now we have this. But the next thing we're going to do is grab the circle tool, the ellipse tool, and we just go boom. Then we highlight both of these, and we go into the object selection tool that is right here, the shape builder tool. All we do is hold Alt just to get this delete button, and you delete that and delete this. Now you should have this little bit, and now you hold Alt again. This is not going to be a recreation of my logo because I don't want it to be a recreation. Then you just twist it, and you just move it just right. So now we have this little bit, and then if you want to add another bit, you can hold Alt here, then twist it just to what you want it to be. So I want it to be just a little like this. 1 second, let me just twist it properly, how I want it to be. Then I hold Alt, then boom, and then up here, move it. And now we have a logo. You obviously don't need to do the same thing as I have, but you can do anything else. So the next thing we're going to do is just select it, Control E, then we drag it into Photoshop, and then boom. So now it's here. Now you can do anything, and it's vector based, so it's not going to get blurred. So you're just going to center it. You can obviously do this in any size. Then you can change the color here. So I'm going to do a color overlay. I'm going to go to a nice blue, and then boom. So now we have this logo. So the next thing I'm going to be teaching you is how to design your Twitch panels and everything. So the next thing you're going to do is design an offline screen. So if you do want to colors, make sure to use Coolors, and then the font, find your font like in the last video, that's linked down below. So the next thing we do is 1920 by 1080, and we click create. The next thing we're going to do is just drag the vector smart object in here, and we're just going to place it just over here. Then we're going to resize it to just what you want. Obviously you don't need to have the guidelines up, I just like having them up. And you're going to center it, then boom. Then I'm just going to move it slightly. Actually, never mind, I'm just going to leave it there. Then we're going to go grab text. I'm going to use the same color as that. Then grab text. We're going to use what font should we use? We'll use the font we used for the emotes. So we're just going to type offline. So now we have a little offline, but we're obviously going to resize it. Then we're going to center it just so it's in the middle. And now it says offline. So the next thing we're going to do is Alt on that, and then just make it this one smaller. So just here. Then we're going to change it to your secondary color. I'm going to choose a secondary color. I'm going to choose a color that matches this blue. I'm going to choose a green. Then we're going to type stream. And then you can change the font if you want. That I clicked blending options by mistake. And then we go in here. We are going to use the Bebas newest font that I actually used the whole time. And we're just going to drag down here. Obviously, you don't need to use the same colors. Now we have a little stream offline. So now we're going to change the background to any background you want. So I'm going to get a nice dark blue. Then Alt backspace. Now we have this. This really highlights the blue. And we're going to make this offline bigger. Because it's not very visible. Well, it is visible, but it's not very. Now we have it in the middle. Well, not really in the middle. But now we have it here. We're just going to center it. And we're going to move stream. So now we have this. If you do want to add stream, if you want to add follow to get notified, so you can just say follow to know when I'm live. Or you can add your schedule. And then you just resize this just to make it perfect size. And if you do want to add social media, but just you can get the PNG of their logos and just drag it in here and then type. So the next thing we're going to do is do panels. So we're going to go boom. Then we're going to go into here. We're going to choose the same color as the background we chose. And then boom, create. So now we have a nice little clean slate. And now we're just going to go grab our logo by doing this. Then boom. Then we're just going to resize it to the perfect size that we want it to be. We're just going to put it over here because this is where it was. And now we have that perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is hold Alt on this and then resize it. We're going to take the fill and just make it 0. Then go into the blending options. And we're going to add a stroke. Sorry, that's color overlay. We're going to add a stroke. Be the same color as this. But now we're going to turn down the opacity. Then we're going to just resize it so we have a nice little sort of outline. So the next thing we're going to do is add the text. So we're going to add our blue. And then we're going to add text. So we're going to add about me. I don't know why we keep doing about me, but you can add anything we want. Then boom, just resize it. And now we have a nice little panel that we can use. And if you do want to add it to be more creative, you can go boom, 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 boom. Then just make a selection. You click make selection. Then go on the background. Get your eraser. And then boom. Now you have a nice little clean panel, but you obviously don't need to make that. To export it, you just go into File, Export, Export as PNG. Just to get this if you do add that. Okay. So you don't obviously need to do everything I did in this. You can change a few things. If you do want to subscribe to this channel, you can. Just get notified when new videos go up. Click the bell. And if you do want to subscribe to my gaming channel, that is my main. And that's going to be linked down below. And if you do want to subscribe to my sorry, not subscribe, follow my Twitch, that's also linked down below. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.